was told at 6 years old they'd avoid me if my heart was cold. Found it hard to talk and speak my mind. They never liked the things that I would like. 'Cause you're told to play, but you're not the same as the other kids playing the same game. Try to jump on in, but they push away so far away.
There's a lack of LGBTQ plus anthems in the Eurovision. Of course, we've got the icons like Conchita and Dana International and Netta even. But when it comes to lyrics, it's rarely that it's this authentic.
I never really set out for it to be an anthem. For me, it was just a song that I wrote when I was 15. I actually messaged it to myself on Facebook. But I was very dramatic. Messaged it to myself on Facebook. More of a, you're doing so well. I mean, I was diagnosed with Asperger's at 6, again at 9, and then at 12. They had to tell me 3 times that I was on the spectrum. But I also grew up in a really religious family, a very religious and reserved family. So the idea of being, you know, gay and being all those things that Eurovision is so proud of being wasn't acceptable for me. It was just this thing that was constantly prayed over me. We'll pray that Sheldon will be a real man. We'll pray that Sheldon, you know, won't be gay. He'll be straight. He'll have a wife. He'll have kids. We'll just constantly keep praying to fix something about you. And I think I was about 14 or 15 when I came out, and it was pretty hard for me. But I came out, and I just said I just don't want to be defined by what people want me to be and what people tell me I can achieve and not achieve. And yeah, I wrote the song, and there's a lyric in the song, and that's the thing that I wrote on Facebook was the light shines bright through those who've broken inside. And I think so many people in the community, in all communities, can feel that feeling of feeling so broken, almost like you're unfixable.
And you run and hide the break inside, till you realize that the light shines bright through those who broke inside.
Was Eurovision always a dream?
The biggest dream. The only dream I had at the time. I remember watching something on SBS, which is our broadcaster in Australia. They had this commercial for the bearded lady in 2014, and I just wanted to know everything about who that person was. And coming from a religious family, I didn't have much accessibility to Eurovision. It wasn't something I was allowed to watch, and the idea of watching a bearded lady or a man in a dress, it just wasn't okay. It wasn't acceptable for me. So when I first saw it, it changed my life. I was like, this is what I want to do. I kind of feel like my life started that year I saw Conchita for the first time. I was like, this is it. This is what I want to do. I want to dress up. I want to be in the land of Nettas and Conchitas. I just fall in love with the contest every year.
'Cause you never want to be the kind of person who's been working for those ones who cannot word it. 'Cause you've been the kind of person who felt this pain.
We have to talk about the dress. It's enormous.
Yeah, it only weighs like 40 kilos, something crazy. And the mask, another 4 kilos. It's beautiful. It was made by a designer in Australia named Lynn Lacow. It's ridiculous. It took 27 people to make. After my national final, they just jumped straight onto it. Embellished with 100,000 Swarovski crystals, 90,000 Swarovski pearls, and then House of Emmanuel mask. He's ridiculous. He sits and puts it in one by one, but I sketched this idea of what I wanted to wear years ago, and now it's happening.
Are you aware that you are in a stage in your life where you are the example, like the bearded lady was an example for you?
I don't really see myself as a role model. I struggle every day. I struggled this morning. I struggle every day about myself and what I want to be and what I want to grow up to be. I don't know. I think for me, because I'm constantly working on myself, I don't think I'm perfect at all. Every day I look in the mirror and want to improve and want to change and want to be the best version of myself. I think for me, when I think of a role model, I think of someone who's super established, someone that's just ready for any fight, somebody that just has it all together, and I don't have it all together. I'm very proud of where I've come. I've come from absolutely nothing. I came from a family that once upon a time would have looked at a guy like me and turned the TV straight off. Like it's a massive deal. I'm extremely proud of how I come from Nothing. I grew up in public housing, moved a lot because of that. 13 different schools, moved to like 30 different houses all my life, and never had kind of stability in that. So I'm extremely proud in how far I've come. I've created my own life. I've created my own little family. I'm really proud of who I am. I just don't really see the role model thing yet.
Well, you should be proud of yourself. Do you have a message to all the people who are still struggling?
I think there's so many people, in terms of sexuality, there are so many people in the world that are just like, be you, be yourself, come out, be you. I never felt safe to come out. I never felt safe to be myself. And I think the one piece of advice I could give to anybody is work very hard and know that there's support everywhere that you are, and to take it in your own time. Because for me, I wasn't in a safe enough space to come out and to be who I was, or else I probably wouldn't have had anywhere to live. So, I mean, in your own time, and just really love who you are, and you know, just be strong.